Yeah, fam. So I think I'm falling in love with Tulsi Gabbard. I'm gonna put it out there. I think this woman like has just taken my heart, and 35% of that is because she is pure boner food. Okay, she is gorgeous. Like I'm not saying that to be sexist. Just we're gonna be honest here on this channel. This is a new channel, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like deal is she is fantastic to look at. But I believe the other 65% is so strong that that you'll be able to see, oh no, this is not just some infatuation or just some no. This is not just a pretty face. This is a fighter right here. So the other 65% stands on basically two things for me personally. One is her anti-war stance. She has been anti-war since coming out of the military, and I believe even being in the military and seeing a lot of the things that she's seen. And we're at her Twitter right now, so we're gonna go through it in a little bit. The second part, not just the anti-war thing, because the anti-war thing is just so strong with me because we've been in perpetual war since 2001 with the 9/11 attacks, and we've gotten so used to it that it's refreshing to have somebody come in with such a strong and hard stance. The second angle to that was how she stood tall against the DNC when they screwed over Bernie Sanders. That right there really let anyone with two eyes know that she wasn't playing games with the establishment, and there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that she has her own establishment ties. She's like well soaked in to make it to this level. And this is no disrespect to Miss Gabbard, but to make it to this level, you got to be somewhat of a liar, no matter what. An innocent lie, a white lie, you got to be a liar to get to these types of levels in some capacity. But that doesn't particularly mean you're an awful person or anything else like that. And I do believe that Miss Gabbard here is very genuine. So let's just run on through this. Soldier, veteran, surfer, Congress, candidate for president. Use of TG's military rank, title, or photo do not imply Army or Department of Defense endorsement. She's from Hawaii. Actually, beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Yeah, so let's check out some of these videos.
Protect our elections. If our leaders and those in the media really want to protect our elections and not just score political points, then the first and most important thing that we need to do is to institute backup paper ballots to make sure that no foreign countries and no individual actors can manipulate our votes and hack into our elections. This is why I've reintroduced my bill, the Securing America's Elections.
Ah, sweet. Paper ballots. Makes sense. I mean, these counties and states and municipalities, they all hire people to count ballots and do the numbers for elections anyway. So really, what's the harm in having a paper trail? And honestly, not just in presidential elections, though. I'm talking about in each and every American election, from school board to governor,
Act. And it's why I'm calling on all who are actually interested in solving this problem to...
Did you hear what she did there? Did you hear the word actually tossed up in there? Because it's all a smokescreen. They will sit there and just lie about oh yeah, well, I mean, and it's been more evident than ever. The lies have been bigger and broader and more evident than ever. From the dreamers to even what's taking place right now with ADOS and reparations conversations and all these other things. People are pandering. That's a lot of it, and she seems to do the least of it, if you catch my drift.
Join me in getting it passed.
That's the end of that one. But yeah, see, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. Hopefully it gets done. The hyper-partisanship and divisiveness that we're seeing in Washington is disconnected from the challenges facing everyday Americans. Couldn't be any more more truer than I've ever heard. Families who can't make ends meet even with two parents and working. Let's play the clip from Fox. Come on. Load. That's not gonna hold. Not loading. Nope. Shell, Iowa.
On Friday, April 26th at 6. Aloha, everyone. We're out here on the road, traveling to states across the country.
Let's see. We're going to be brown. People deserve clean air, clean water, and the promise of a bright future. My OFF Act will end our addiction to fossil fuels and transition the country to a 100% clean energy economy, laying a just and economic pathway towards a cleaner and more secure future for all. Happy Earth Day. Corrupt, powerful politicians need to be held accountable for their lies and complicity when they poison the drinking water of the American people. Without clean water and air, there is no life. That's very true. Another thing that they picked up for 10 minutes and dropped down. I mean, that's all that, a lot of these types tend to do. And it's freaking sad how people get played. People get played so easily. Let's go straight to the media. That's where we should be able to pick up. That's the election thing. Let's see. Oh, see, here's the war stuff.
These dictators and these regimes that
Hold on, let's start from the beginning.
The United States should not be intervening to overthrow these dictators and these regimes that we don't like Assad, like Saddam Hussein, like Gaddafi, and like Kim Jong-un. There are bad people in the world, but history has shown us that every time the United States goes in and topples these dictators we don't like, trying to act as the world's police, we end up increasing the suffering of the people in these countries. We end up...
And that's how they end up here. See, that's exactly... I mean, golly, sweetie. I don't mean to call her sweetie because she's a grown woman that's running for the United States, but at the same time, oh, Jay, act like you wouldn't... be I'll be flirting like a month around her. Like, yo, I'll definitely want to bounce that energy up off because look, but she's 130% on point. Like, these things just don't work. And one of the main killers, I think, of Hillary in 2016 was her laughing about I think it was Gaddafi. I think it was her laughing about Gaddafi, and that was in Libya, where now there's a enormous slave trade taking place, and you got cats in here talking about reparations. That kind of blows my mind, but that's for another video. Let's get back to this beautiful slice of woman.
Causing loss of life, both American lives and the lives of people in these countries. We end up undermining our own security. What to speak of the trillions of dollars of taxpayer money that's spent on these wars.
Yeah. And she's about to say it right here that we could be using right here at home. I mean, these are arguments that we haven't been hearing or haven't been saying for probably the last 10, 15, 20 years now, because being an American is a very, very interesting. It's such a paradigm being an American, because on one hand, we've been blessed to live some of the most comfortable lives that mankind has ever known. We have been able to progress so relatively quickly that it's an amazing thing. But at the same time, all of it, it's on our backs, and not just the black backs or the white backs. Wow, that could have went really racist really quickly, but what's taking place here? How we got these comfortable lives and the blood that's been shed. It's been a collaborative effort. There's no one entity or one being outside of what you like to call, people like to call the invisible hand or the deep state or something along those lines, but that we need to be using right here at home. I always cut her off right. Like I always stop it right before the end of the video. Not pay attention that well. Okay, so let's see how she talks about Trump. By vetoing War Powers Act, Trump again proves he is a servant of Saudi Arabia, the theocratic dictatorship spending billions spreading the most extreme, intolerant form of Islam around the world, supporting Al Qaeda and other jihadists, and waging genocidal war in Yemen with U.S. help. Let's hear her out.
Extreme and intolerant form of Islam around the world. Unlike Donald Trump, I will not turn our great country into the prostitute of Saudi Arabia. By vetoing the War Powers Resolution, Trump has again proven that he is the servant of Saudi Arabia, the theocratic dictatorship that spends billions of dollars every single year spreading the most extreme and intolerant form of Islam around the world.
As you can see, I've already been to this video and liked it. Let's give it a quick retweet. Deal is that of all the things that President Trump does, I think, the way he kind of Saudi Arabia, because like I've said, I have another channel, and I've said on that channel before that President Trump is the money president. He bought that cash, he bought that scratch, and like I said, where there's kind of blood on all of our hands, he's definitely of that mindset that, hey, the more blood the merrier. Let's get this paper, son.
The very same ideology that motivates Al Qaeda and other jihadists. Saudi Arabia also supports terrorist groups like Al Qaeda and ISIS in a number of other ways, and they're waging a genocidal war in Yemen with U.S. support.
And these are things that don't take place here, so we kind of just don't give a shit. I mean, that bomb went off over there, but like we really should, because when we invade these places, when they talk about sanctuary cities, these are the areas in which these people are coming from, with that we are screwing up, that we are like it like I said, it's part of that paradigm where we did blow up your community, your home back there, so yeah, come on. But at the same time, they need to be vetted and everything else like that. Complete legal immigration, and I pray to God she or somebody else in this in the coming campaigns, in coming races to be run, really make that distinction that it's not just.
We are complicit in this genocide that's causing millions of people to starve and suffer. What to speak of the tens of thousands of innocent children and civilians who have been killed.
Yeah. And this is the blood that's on our hands collectively as we sit here under the protection of the Constitution.
We must do the right thing and stop assisting Saudi Arabia as they carry out this genocide. But unfortunately, Trump is more interested in pleasing the Saudis than doing what's right. I guarantee you that as president, I will actually put the interests and the values of the American people first, not the interests of the
Okay, so that's kind of where we're gonna have to have a bit of a, I say, disagreement, because it's about the cash. That's it. It's not no theocracy. It's not no ideology. Nah, man. It's about that scratch.
Democratic dictatorship of Saudi Arabia.
So, as you can see, I don't particularly agree with her on everything, but as though I also hope you can see, she's on point about so many things taking place around the world and our place in the world that everyone likes to complain about. Oh, how does the world look upon us? Me personally, I don't really care how the world looks upon us. I care about how my countrymen are able to live, good, happy, healthy lives. They raise children that have good, happy, healthy lives. That's my whole thing. But, this is a part of it as well, because we should be spreading that, not sitting there bombing people's homes and telling them, oh, come on. Started practicing martial arts as a kid. She trains as well. Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious. Capoeira. See, yeah. Seems like a nice person. Flight delays. How long has this video been? Wow, 15 minutes. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Why not? 20-minute video. I could do that. Trump's criticism of Rep. Ilhan Omar is complete hypocrisy. Trump says we will never forget 9/11, yet it is Trump who's been acting as Al-Qaeda's big brother and protecting Syria and turned America into the prostitute of AQ's biggest supporter, the Saudis. We will never forget. Yeah? Yeah? I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of of Omar because of the whole, like, the vibes of anti-Semitism and stuff like that. Because whether or not, I mean, blue team got to stick together, but it does not bode well. I'm not a fan of that. Well, we'll see on that. Either ways, when it comes to Miss Gabbard, though, I really, really, really like her candidacy. I like what she stands for. I like what she represents. I don't agree on all things, but that's the fun of being an American. We don't have to agree. We just have to, the thing that we would like most to do is agree on being respectful towards each other. And, this is a lady to be respected. A gorgeous lady to be respected. Please don't take that shit as sexism. It's not sexism. If it's the truth, it can't be sexism. Like, that's the thing. If it's the truth, I don't consider it racism. So where will we, guys? Either ways, guys. Till the next one. No, it was in 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll just be running my mouth.